To create a new patient, click on New. When entering a new patient, you will be asked to either auto-assign or manually enter the patient code. When you auto-assign a patient code, it starts at the number that was determined in the agency setup options of the healthcare assistant when you first started and configured the application. What happens is that the first patient is assigned that particular number and incrementally goes up until it reaches its end. The limitation to auto-assigning a patient code is the fact that you can only use numeric characters. You are not allowed to use any kind of alphabetical characters in the auto-assign field. When you manually enter a code, you are allowed to be able to create your own custom numbering system based on whatever labeling system your agency currently employs. Manually entering codes allows you to be able to use alphabetical characters as well as numbers in being able to create this particular patient code. What I'm going to do is create my new patient code manually. Once you have selected your patient code, you will be brought to the patient records screen. The patient records screen is a series of tabs that can be navigated from left to right. These tabs fall in an order that your patient typically experiences while in the home care cycle. You have the Patient tab, which contains general patient information. You have the Patient's Insurance Information tab, any kind of special patient notes, the communication history of the patient, the Cases tab that handles the majority of your patient data, such as the plan of care, any admissions, and any OASIS. You have the patient ledger, which is going to have any kind of patient transactions that occur, including any type of visits, payments to the patient's record, and adjustments as they appear on any claims. The Claims tab will house all of the patient claims as they are generated throughout the patient's history with the agency. The Financial Summary tab houses a lot of the patient's financial information currently as well as historically. The Patient Information tab contains many of the patient's demographics, such as their name, address, phone number, birth date, who the patient was referred by, their primary doctor, sex, marital status, ethnicity, and so forth. When entering in demographic information about the patient, use the tab button to be able to easily navigate yourselves through the fields. It saves a lot of time from using your mouse to have to click into each field individually. If you'll notice, when I was tabbing through, it didn't tab directly to the city and state. Instead, it jumped to the zip code field. The reason is that there are certain tab orders that the healthcare assistant has in place to save you from having to retype a whole lot of information. In this example, it jumps directly to the zip code field, so all I have to do is enter in the zip code and it'll automatically populate the city and state for me. I can just press tab now to work my way through. I'm going to tab down to the referral and physicians section now. The referred by field pulls information directly from your referring sources library. If you know the referral code that you want to use, go ahead and just type it in and it'll automatically pull that information for you and you can just tab and walk through. If you don't know the number and you don't want to click on the drop down list like so, you can just use the down arrow on your keyboard and just scroll through each one of these items and tab through. If you're done entering in your patient's information, go ahead and click on Close. It'll ask you if you want to save changes to your particular patient. Say yes. When you return to the patient list, you will see the patient that you just entered here. Because of the fact we didn't enter in anything more than patient demographic information, they will show up as a gray color, meaning that they are currently under non-admit status. Let's continue to enter in more information about them.